keeping with politics, perhaps the even bigger story taking over D.C. right now is that despite President Trump's efforts to stop it, that explosive new book, Fire and Fury, inside the Trump White House that documents the president's first year in office hit bookshelves today, 4 days earlier than originally planned. Now, people across the country are racing to get their hands on it, and we spoke to some local bookstores tonight who told us they're experiencing an unprecedented demand. Have you been looking for the book Fire and Fury? Have you heard about it? It's the hunt for Fire and Fury. All right, my prediction now as we begin this journey, I don't think we're going to find a copy of the book. After hearing about people in Washington, D.C. lining up at midnight to get a copy of the new tell-all book about President Trump's first year in office, we decided to see how hard it would be to get our hands on a copy here in Sacramento. All right, our first place we're going to go look is Beers Books downtown. We are with Channel 10. We are on a hunt to find Fire and Fury.
It is out of stock at the distributor.
Well, Beers Books didn't have the book. They were literally keeping tally of all the calls they received today from people asking for it.
How many calls or requests we've had all day for it.
Next, we went to Barnes & Noble. That's where we met John and Ramona Coda, who were there doing the exact same thing. You guys are here looking for Fire and Fury?
Yes.
How long have you been looking?
A couple hours.
Really?
Yes, we went to Costco and Costco doesn't have it.
Unfortunately, Barnes & Noble didn't have it either. They had 12 copies this morning, but sold out in 3 minutes. Why were you guys eager to come get this book?
Because I want to get an insider's opinion as to what was really going on in that White House.
Yeah.
And I believe they had plenty of issues, and I want to read what some of the issues are, whether they're real, imagined, or whatever. I still want to read.
Right, I know, it's juicy.
It's juicy reading.
It is. We continued our search to anywhere we could think of.
So what if I find a book first? Is it some type of award?
Literally. But seriously, we called Dimple Books,
Dimple Books and Vinyl,
Underground Books, Avid Reader, another Barnes & Noble, Target, and a Costco. All told us the same thing. Nope, they don't have the book, but they've been inundated all day with calls about it. We almost felt defeated, but thanks to this response to one of my tweets, we were quickly reminded, yes, there is always a digital option. It's always on Kindle, right? But if you do want a print version, you'll have to get on a wait list and wait for the publishers to actually print more copies. There aren't enough copies out there.
And if you're like Mom, who's actually here in Sacramento today, she's one of those people who actually wants to touch it and feel it and read it and be able to take. And speaking of fury, tonight President Trump tweeted angrily about the book, right?
That is right. He did. Take a look at this. He said, Michael Wolff is a total loser who made up stories in order to sell this really boring and untruthful book. He used sloppy Steve Bannon, who cried when he got fired and begged for his job. Now sloppy Steve has been dumped like a dog by almost everyone. Too bad. All right, so a lot of fire and fury from the president tonight.
I love this exclamation point that he usually puts in his tweets. All right, well.